this has been quite a trip. Okay, remember when I left y'all the day of, right? Wow, nothing could have prepared me for how scuffed this trip could have gone. Because think about this. Okay, I want you to think. As soon, how do I describe this? It was me and Numi, right? We met at the airport. We flew to Japan. But as soon as we landed there, we had to share a whole like house, like Giri's place, right? So there's a bunch of people staying there. It's me, it's Yuzu, it's Luna, it's Numi, it's Michi, it's Giri, and there's Oni bro. That's 7 people total inside like a small space, right? There's 1 bathroom. Well, there's 2 bathrooms, but there's only and then there's like 1 shower too for the night. It's like, whoa, having so many luggages all in one place was like kind of crazy. It's like it was like stuffed up in the house, and that's okay. Giri, by the way, for hosting us, because like she always hosts like a bunch of VTubers and friends that want to stay over in Japan and visit and stuff like that, and like cook and collab and shit. So yeah, shout out to Mama Giri for always having our backs for when we visit Japan now. She's like a great host, great guide. That was like night 1, I would say, after traveling. Like night 1 of all of that was just so because I couldn't really sleep that well either after like the plane ride. I was like a bit jet lagged because I'm trying to figure out my like if I should sleep or not, or if I should sleep the next day and stuff, or I should just tank it, right? And I actually end up sleeping for like 4 hours or something like that, which was fine. It was okay. Like I got my stuff done. Sharing rooms is not fun, but like because it's like so it's a little too close for comfort, but it's like it is what it is. You have to make do with what you gotta do what you gotta do. And it's like, of course, Numi and Michi stayed together, right? Fucking lesbians over there making out all the time, for sure. And then, I think Luna had her own space. I had to share a space with Yuzu, but it was just so funny because everyone had their luggage all like scattered about. It was very cozy. It's like, you know, family trip vibe. Very like preemptive family trip vibe, and it was fun, like getting to, you know, be all in one spot like that together as a group of friends and stuff. So after that night, we had to get up early in the morning, like 8 a.m 7 a.m. We had to get ready to go to the bus because we had to go to the airport because we had to go to Hokkaido, right? That was the trip plan, because the first few days was going to Hokkaido. Now we only had 1 full day in Hokkaido, guys. That was like the main problem I didn't realize until it happened. I was like, wait a second, we're only spending 1 full day there, and we're doing like a lot of traveling, right? Because the day before getting there and the day leaving, it was just like full of travel. When we got to the lodging that we were staying at, but shouts to Numi, she found this really awesome place for us to stay at that was like really cozy and stuff. It had plenty of room, and I thought it looked really nice. It had a nice view of the mountains, if you could see down there. It was pretty cool to stay at for the first time, and it was a nice little area by the mountain, right? So shouts to Numi and Luna for figuring out where we were staying for this trip. I remember I remember during the trip, right? It was so funny because I kind of trolled a bit. I was like, guys, we had to go get our rental gear before the shops close, right? Because I was like, we should do it the night before the morning we go out to do snowboarding and skiing, right? Because I think that was smart. And then we go outside in like it was about to be like a cold like snowstorm. It was very windy and like breezy. The snow was like hitting fast. I think it was hailing low key. We had to like walk for 10 minutes to where we need to go, only to find out it was closed, right? The shop was closed, but it's not even my fault. People blamed me, but the front desk told us, oh, you have to go here and they'll be able to handle getting your rental stuff for snowboarding and skiing. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, then let's go there, right? And then of course they blame me because they want to get mad at somebody, right? I don't think it's my fault. They didn't want to get mad at the hotel people for telling us that it was already closed, right? I think it's on them. It wasn't on me. Like, how am I supposed to know? I don't know this. Blame the man. Exactly. Blame the man. Blame the guy with the thank you. Of course. I feel like that was an undeserved bout of rage that was taken out on me because, you know, everyone was cold and it was like we went all the way out there in the snowstorm just to find out the shop wasn't open to get our things, so we had to do it the next morning, right? It's okay. But what I didn't appreciate was that they kept trying to push me into the snow, right? I remember Yusan and Michi like snuck up on me and tried to push me into a snow pile, right? Kind of fucked up. First of all, not fair. They didn't do it, by the way. So then I ended up picking Michi up, right, in retaliation and throwing her into the snow pile. And there's a really funny video of it. 2 people were recording during this, right? So they just see me like pick up Michi like a stick and just tossing her into the snow. And it's not even a bad thing. It's not, dude, she asked for it. Her and Yusan tried to push me, like they tried to play dirty, right? They tried to push me into the snow and they failed. So I'm like, okay, my turn. The gondolas up were apparently closed that day. The one day that we wanted to ski and snowboard was the days that the lifts up to the mountains were closed, and all of them were shut down because they were afraid of like windy weather and stuff. And by the way, the next day, but I'm just gonna say right now, the day that we were leaving, they were all working just fine, right? And it was still just as windy, so we got cucked. We didn't get to like snowboard and ski as much as we wanted to. So you can snowboard? Yeah, I can snowboard. I like snowboarding. Apparently, according to Numi and Giri, skiing is like more for the femmes, right? I'm like, yeah, it's not. I can't do it. Snowboarding is more of my is my thing. Even though it's like scarier for some people because you have like your feet locked into place, right, and stuff. But I feel like I enjoy relying on like my lower body and core strength to maneuver around, so that's why I was always much more comfortable with snowboarding. And like I didn't run into anybody this time. I remember last year I ran into a child by accident, right, because they kind of swerved into my direction and I just collided with them. Oops, ran them over, right? But it was okay at the end. What are these videos? What is this? Oh, this is okay. For context, during one of the days, right, because the area that we were snowboarding and skiing in, I think, was very like closed off, so we had to walk to a whole new other area. And this lady told us you had to like climb the hill and walk all the way to the other side of the hill if you want to go snowboarding or skiing, right? So this was me and Numi and Giri. I think Onibro was right next to me. Like we had to climb a snow mountain. Okay, and this is, I got a really funny video of Numi and Giri struggling to climb up because like you guys gotta understand too, I have a lot of stamina, so I'm able to like climb up stuff like this pretty okay without trouble. But then like when I look behind me and they're so far away, I was just like, okay, you know what? Let's just chill and wait. And I'm like, you know what? This is kind of funny. I'm gonna record a video of this, and it was just watch this video of me making fun of my friends.
Look at Grandma struggling up the hill.
The one in black right there is Giri. That one's Giri. This is Numi right there, right? And that's some random guy behind them. This is just like some random Australian dude, I think, that's just like, that's gonna overtake them in a moment. Hold on.
Me and Giri, I don't know who that is. That guy's kind of mogging them right now.
Yeah, look at this guy. He's just like, move out of my way. Slow pokes.
I'm waiting here.
And Grandma's just there, struggling up the hill.
You better watch out.
Oh my god, dude.
Gary's coming down.
Oh, you made it. You made it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We still
Bro, I felt so bad for Giri in the moment because, like, oh my god, like, because it was a lot to climb. To be fair, it took us like 15 to 20 minutes to like climb through a bunch of like snow hills, right, and heavy ski equipment, and we had to carry our snowboards and our skis, and it's hard with like ski boots too, right? And she's also old. Me and Michi decided to go to the convenience store to buy like Yusan and Numi a gift because Yusan doesn't like to celebrate his birthday. His birthday passed a while ago, right? But he's the type of person that never likes to talk about it. He doesn't like to celebrate it, and he doesn't like to, you know, really do anything to make it a momentous day. So Michi and idea was we were going to go and look for cake, right? So me and her go out in the cold weather of nighttime to look for a store that sells cake. We found nothing, so our best bet was going to a convenience store and buying convenience store cakes. Instead, we found some candles, and that's it. And we're like, okay, this is gonna be for Numi's birthday and Yusan's birthday, and like they all like went to the grocery store to buy hot pot stuff too, right? Shouts to Giri and Michi for the idea. They bought like a bunch of like hot pot ingredients for this, and it was actually really delicious, super yummy. We couldn't find any kind of pastries. All we could find was like convenience store cakes, but it's the thought that counts, right? And we sang happy birthday for them. So yeah, because it was Numi's birthday like a couple of weeks ago, and Yusan's birthday was like, it's already passed, but you know, yeah, and he doesn't like to talk about it. It's fine. He doesn't like celebrating it, but we wanted to celebrate it for him. On a flight back, right, the flight back home was also pretty scuff because right, that was when it was also really hot and stuffy on that plane. It was the same Vulpix plane, and we were all really sad and tilted and shit like that because it was just so congested inside the plane on the way back, right? But that wasn't the worst part. There was this stranger that was standing next to Yuzu when we were about to like get off the plane. Yuzu was sitting down, right? Hold on, maybe I gotta pull out the MS Paint so like people can know like what I'm talking about, so you guys get like a better visualization of this funny little situation I have right here. Okay, just quick little sketch right here. Look at the whiteboard. Pay attention, students. Okay, so like, you know, like how on a plane you have like seats here, right? And then this is like an aisle, and then you have like seats here, and it's like an aisle, and then it's like seats here, right? Or something like that. We were in the middle row. This is like Shoto right here. This is Yuzu right here. This is stranger right here, right? He goes over here to stand once we're like about to get off the plane. Numi's back here. Michi is behind me, right? This is like the whole setup, so keep that in mind. This is important for afterwards. Yuzu is sitting down, right? Like this. Yeah, that's Yuzu right there. Yeah. And then the guy is just like standing up already, right? He's facing the other direction. So like, think about it like this. He's facing this way. Yuzu is sitting like right here in her chair, right? She looks to the left. The guy farts on her face. Apparently it was a loud, wet fart. And then none of us heard it. Me, Numi, and Michi didn't hear any of this, right? At all. She looks at me, looks like she's about to cry, shoves her face into my sweater, and says like, that guy just farted in my face. I'm like, what? What happened? And I didn't hear anything. No one heard shit, but apparently he did it twice, because when she looked back, right, apparently he did it again. So it happened not once but twice. She got farted in the face, and it smelled really bad. But I'm like over here chilling because like I'm in the middle seat, like I don't know what's happening, right? So poor Yuzu over here didn't deserve any of this, right? I guess, I don't know, that guy was really holding it in the entire time he was sitting down, right? And Yuzu just got really unlucky by like just being in his proximity, right? I don't know. Low key, it was on purpose. I don't know what the fuck that was, right? This stranger over here just like completely crop dusted Yuzu, right? on the plane as we were leaving. So she's having a bad time, right? We're trying to comfort her because I'm sure that like I was like, oh damn, that sucks, right? But it was so funny after like we left the plane, we just couldn't stop laughing about it, right? On the way back, because like we're heading back to like Giri's place in Tokyo and stuff like that, because I had to get my luggage from Giri's place to bring to the hotel because I wasn't staying at Giri's. I wanted to stay at a different spot so it wasn't too stuffy inside the house. Because think about this, it would be 5 people staying that in one house, well 7 people staying in one house, right? And you're sharing one bathroom space, one shower space. I feel like that'd be a little congested, right? So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go stay somewhere else. And Yuzu also joined me as well because we want to like, you know, give people space and not have it be like super duper congested in one household, right? I think that's just fair so no one gets tilted or annoyed and stuff like that too. So on the way back, apparently Numi and Luna and Michi got kidnapped because we had to split into taxis. Their guy took them to a completely different city. And our guy took us back to where we needed to go, which was completely fine. But that's why I said they got kidnapped, was because their taxi put in the wrong address and they got taken to a completely different city. So they got even more delayed. Dude, this was like a whole, like most of the day was traveling at this point. It was like 9 p.m. Everybody was tired and tilted and shit like that, right? And after this night, we went to the muscle bar. It was me and Michi. No, Michi didn't go. I think it was just me and Numi and Yuzu that visited it, right? Just for fun to see what it looks like, because of course you did. Shut up. We want to see what it looks like. And I got something. There's this like thing where you can order. There's a lot of hot men there, I'll say. Oh my god, a lot of very muscly dudes. There's this thing where they will sit on you and feed you alcohol, right? Numi is so funny because she ordered everything for me to do, right? Just so she can watch and record, right? So there's a lot of videos and pictures of these guys just sitting on top of me or me sitting on them, right? Because that's what the menu is. You just order like, oh, they gave me this fucking bottle. I didn't even know what it was. It was just like breastfeed, right? All the menu said was just breastfeed. And he told me, this guy, right? He's a very hot dude. His name was Haru-chan, right? He has a very nice smile. He looks like Jay from Enhypen. Very hot dude. He told me, sit on me, right? I'm like, oh, I had to sit on you. So I sat on him. He gave me this bottle of alcohol and I had to feed him. I'm like, oh, that's what we're doing. I see, right? They're very good at guiding you. I'll say that. Like, wow, these guys are so confident. Like, I just couldn't do it. Like, it was so embarrassing, bro. Because, like, I had to sit on him, and, like, there's this other guy that, like, sat on top of me, and he just kept saying, look at me, right? And he shoved his face in front of me. Our nose touched, right? Both of our nose were touching. He was looking me dead ass in the eye. He grabbed my arm. He grabbed my hand. He put it on his waist, and he grabbed my other hand, and he put it on his other, and, like, on, like, near his legs, right? He was, like, doing such a good job at telling me what to do. I was, like, getting so flustered. I've never been this close to a guy before in my life, right? This was like such an intense moment that I never thought would happen to me before. And then he started like feeding me a shot of like this coconut Kahlua drink, right? I was like, wow, that was like a religious experience. I never thought like I would ever have anything like that done to me in my life. I was like, wow. And they got full recorded footage of this, by the way, that will never see the light of day. It's just between us. But I did get a picture. I do have a picture of what's it called? The one guy sitting on me. And again, if you guys reach that sub goal, I'll post the picture of it. It's at 6,000 subs, and I will post that on Twitter. Okay. Numi set you up and enjoyed it. Yeah, she said specifically, it's my birthday, so it's like this is for my birthday, even though her birthday passed like a week ago, right? At that point, she was like fujoing the fuck out in that moment, and everyone was looking at us. It was weird. It was awkward because there's other people at the muscle bar too, and they just like they make a whole show of it. Like they squeeze pineapples and stuff and like shit like that too to make drinks and shit. And there's like they do push-ups on people, but the ones that I got specifically, it was just like them on top of me or like me sitting on them. I was like, oh wow. Apparently Numi and Yuzu were having their own like hangout play day like date day, right? Friend date day. And apparently Numi got scammed out of fruit. They were in Harajuku or something like that, right? I think she's probably gonna tell this story whenever she does her stream, but like I'll tell from my what she told me because I don't have all the details. It was her and Yuzu that were just having a day with each other in Harajuku, right? And apparently she went to like this fruit vendor, like dried fruit vendor, right? And they were like sampling fruits or some shit like that, and the guy just like said, do you like this? And then he kept bagging fruit for them, right? He put a bunch inside like a big bag and was like, because I think there was probably like some type of miscommunication from like a language barrier. And I think Numi just went along with it. And like Yuzu was apparently like getting scared about the amount of fruit that he was putting in the bag. I'm like, is this gonna be expensive? And she was like, oh no, it's only gonna be like about $5 or something. Cause like, I guess I would understand that like dried fruit shouldn't be that expensive, right? She thought it was gonna be $5. Apparently the guy like bagged up like some nuts, dried mangoes, dried pineapples, dried apricots, and they're like these big ass bags of fruit. Like you guys will probably see a picture of it later that she has, but I don't have any pictures right now. Just know it's like the size of your torso, right? Think about your own torso right now. The bag of fruit is the size of that. One bag is equal to that, right? And I think she got scammed out of like $300. I thought, and I'm like telling her, wait, when she's telling me the story, I'm like, wait, why didn't she just not buy it? But she just kind of, I guess like she's like me, right? If somebody gives it to you and like, oh, well, you get a little shy in the moment and like, okay, fuck it, why not, right? But she just like, she got scammed. I think she just got scammed like real hard. $300 of dried fruit, bro. I think they trapped her. I think they scam trapped her in Harajuku because honestly, that's a very touristy spot, right? You know that like main street for people that have been there before. It's like the main street area, right? People can get trapped into scams in that street. They probably took advantage of her and like, you know, made her feel pressured to get it, right? And charged her like $300 for all that stuff. It's like, ooh. And she just kind of went into it. Her YSL. It's her YSL, exactly. Oh my god. I don't know, the touristy scams have been like getting more intense apparently as well. So yeah, like I felt bad for her. But the reason I brought this up was because like after the muscle bar, it was like what, 12 at midnight, right? Of our little fun session. Like I got pictures with the muscle dudes, right? I like 3 of them, I think. There was a locker that we had to get because I think they put all their stuff in a locker, so I went with them to go get their stuff, like all their bags and you know, their purse and stuff like that, whatever they're shopping. They shop for clothes and some other stuff, right? But I was helping them pull stuff out of the locker, right? And I just kept pulling out bags of fruit this whole time. Like I pulled out one big bag of fruit. I'm like, oh, is this all the fruit that you guys got? And then she's like, no, there's more. And I pulled out another bag of fruit, and then I pulled out a bag of like clothes. I'm like, okay, is this it? And then they was like, no, there's more. And I looked down, and I pulled out more clothes for them, and I pulled out another bag of fruit. And I'm like, okay, surely that's all the fruit you got, right? And then she's like, no, there's more. And I pulled out another bag of fruit. It looks so silly. Like I think they recorded it too. There's another video. It's just me pulling out so much shit they managed to shove inside there, and you could see like how much they got scammed on the fruit. It is so funny. Next day, I think I slept in because I was so tired because we went back by like 3 a.m. It was like 3 a.m. by the time we were finished with karaoke and stuff. I remember, oh yeah, Numi got hit on by like this random guy. It was so funny. We were just standing there waiting for our taxi. These 2 guys just like walk up to her and say, hello, right? It was very weird. And then Yusan swoops in and says, no, she's taken. And then Yusan, well, she's not actually taken, but Yusan's, you know, being Yusan and like helping her out and like, you know, protecting her. Because it was like, she doesn't, you know, Numi doesn't want to fuck with these guys. You don't know who they are, right? So I was like, wow, that was so cool. Yusan's so sick with that one, right? But I'm starting to realize like, wow, like she pulls in Japan. There's like a lot of Japanese dudes that are like really into Numi. I could tell like whenever we go. Exotic beauty back at it again. It's the Asian, bro. It's because she's Asian, right? You know, she's like the Filipino in her, right? She pulls. That's why. exotic beauty. Everyone got such weird fortunes. I didn't get to do my fortune because they kicked us out before I got to pull my one. And I think Numi's fortune for the next year was something along the lines of like, you will go through a lot of despair and suffering, and you need to get out of your own head and try to realize the more important things in life. And we were all like horrified. Like, what does that mean? She got like a really weird fortune or some shit like that. It was like talking about how she's like spiraling or something, or doesn't know what to do with herself, and like she needs to be careful because otherwise like her year's gonna be full of despair and suffering. I'm like, oh, that's lovely. Yeah, so much awesome luck for my friends. And then Yuzu got something that's just like more generic. It was like medium good luck, I believe. Something about you have to work harder to make sure that you can get the things that you want, or something like that, right? Is very like lukewarm type of omen, I would say, for 2026. And then I didn't get one, and then me and Michi were looking at each other like, well, I guess we should be happy that we you know, didn't get ours, because we probably would have gotten bad ones too. Who knows, right? So we left and got out of there because they kicked us out for some kind of wedding ceremony. The ultimate despair. Yeah, she got hit with that ultimate despair. It literally said that though, despair and suffering was in Numi's thing. So I was like, oh wow, they don't know what she did to piss people, the gods off, right? Oh yeah, this was our Secret Santa day, right? So back to the story time. Sorry, had a little bit of a delay. We had a little Secret Santa celebration with everybody, right? And we got gifts. I got Michi a juicer, because Michi always wanted to do something involving like making juices, right? So I bought her this really big juicer, right? I got Yusan a whiskey glass set. I got Giri 100 scrub daddies. Giri is my Secret Santa, by the way. So like I got her you know, $300 worth of scrub daddies, because she always talks and complains about like not having enough scrub daddies, and she was actually really happy with the gift too. So yeah, W Sun, right? W Sun, I gave her 100 scrub daddies. That warrants like claps all around. Please give me something for that. El Sun, the fuck? What do you mean El Sun? It's about being thoughtful. I know Yusan loves alcohol, so I got Yusan a whiskey glass set, right? And then when it came to Michi, I got her the juicer, because I know she wants to start like an only juicers or whatever, right? And I got Giri the and then I got Luna a cookbook, because here's the thing, Luna really loves cookbooks, right? She loves cooking, and she loves making different like vegetarian and vegan recipes, right? And I got her a Final Fantasy music box, right? Here's the funny thing about that. They all pointed out a common theme about those gifts. They're like, wait a second, Shoto. You got Michi a kitchen appliance. You got Luna a cookbook. You gave your mother cleaning equipment in the kitchen. And you got Yusan a set of glasses, like drink glasses. Right? It's like, It's like, what? Wait a second. It's like, what are you trying to say right now about your friends? I'm like, Osh, I didn't realize. That's not even my fault. All right, Numi. I got Numi so I commissioned an artist to make a painting, an ink painting of her VTuber, right? And it was a very big gift, like a very nice large ink painting of her VTuber. It was actually nice. I got Yuzu this wood carving of a Dota 2 map, right? That arrived late, so I didn't get to give it to her. And it arrived at the wrong address too, so I have to go to that address later today probably and pick it up from like the building itself, because they're probably confused, like, who the fuck is Shoto, right? So I didn't get to give it to her on time. We had okonomiyaki, right? Okonomiyaki. This is my first time making it. The picture looked amazing, so I took a picture of it. But there's also this really hot girl that, dude, there were so many hot women that we met during this trip. This girl was so tatted up. She had like black hair, such cool makeup, right? Like she knew she was a baddie. I loved her style so much. And every time I looked over at Numi, she was kind of like biting her lip and just like pushing her hair back. I'm like, I know you're into her, but I just know that's her type. She was so pretty. This is our server. Like, that was helping us with at the okonomiyaki place. Got back home the next day. Our flight, dude, it was so crazy because me and Numi's flight got delayed 4 times. Like we were supposed to get back here yesterday around 9 a.m. I ended up getting back home around like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., which is criminal. It got delayed by like 5-6 hours ish, right? Well, I think it was like around 5 hours, like in total, because it got delayed like so much beforehand, and it got delayed on the way back home too, because it took a while for them to like bring us to the gates and stuff like that. So that's why I felt kind of annoyed yesterday and tired, because I didn't really get that much time to I didn't get that much time to do everything that I wanted to do before I get to get ready for stream today, right? For the Subathon day 1. But that's okay. It's okay. I'm pretty happy that we still managed to make it work, right? But that was the whole trip pretty much. There's probably some stories that I can sprinkle on in there, but like overall, fun trip, fun times, right? With everybody. I will say though, there are moments that it felt so oddly stressful because of all the traveling and moving around and such, right? But I still had a fun time because I got to be with my friends, right? And at the end of the day, that's what matters. It's like I got to be with my friends and make memories.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate this 10 out of 10 stars, and give love to Bao.